Hey guys, it's your pal Victor here from Cult Classics and Cult Following, and today we're doing another film review. And today we are reviewing the latest movie from director Steven Kostanski, and that movie is PG or Psycho Goreman. Um, so Steven Kostanski used to be part of Astron 6, which is this filmmaking collective. And they did a lot of actually really cool movies. They did some of the stuff from ABCs of Death. They did the really weird He-Man commercial one that's just disturbing. And they did actually one of my favorite movies from 10 years ago called The Editor. It's kind of like a play on like the giallo Italian horror genre, and Adam Brooks, the guy who plays the editor, is actually in this movie too. Kostanski now is on his own, and this movie, which hits VOD and theaters on Friday, January 22nd, dude, this movie is crazy. It played at Beyond Fest back in October. We weren't able to go. It actually played, I think, with Arch Enemy the day before we got there. But man, I am so bummed out that I missed it after seeing this. Thanks to our friends at RLJE Films for letting us get a screener for review. So, Psycho Goreman is a story about these two kids, Steven and Mimi, and it's kind of like indeterminate when this movie's set. Now, let's just say it's set in the now. But on Twitter, my two thought reviews, it's kind of like the deranged love child of Alf and Rick and Morty if it were dipped in acid left over from the 90s. And that's pretty much what it is. It's like My Pet Monster, E.T., Mac and Me, Making Contact via the Navigator, all these kids and their friendly alien movies, if they were directed by like a deranged sociopath, or if the kid was a deranged sociopath. That's pretty much exactly what it is. Psycho Goreman starts off with telling us the story about this untold interstellar evil that was on the verge of destroying the universe, and how it crashes, due to the efforts of the Templars of space. They were able to stop this evil and send it off to a place where it can never do harm, which is like buried in a kid's backyard on Earth. And there's these two kids, Luke and Mimi. And Mimi is played by this girl named Nita Josie Hannah. And dude, you're gonna have to keep an eye on this kid. This kid is destined for great things. So basically, the two kids play this game called Crazy Ball, which lives up to its name if you watch this movie. And she wins, and as a reward, she gets to bury her brother alive, and then she gets to go to bed. So they spend hours digging this 6-foot grave until they find this ancient urn with a gem on it, which she keeps for herself. But by unlocking the gem, it frees this evil, who's this ancient badass alien who's a cross between like Wishmaster and Pinhead with a Rawhead Rex muscle suit, out, and he's off gallivanting and destroying, and he comes across the two kids, and needless to say, Mimi's a sociopath, and she gets him under her thumb quick. He tries to tell about the origin story, and she thinks it's fucking boring. After being under her thumb, try to think of it almost as that episode of The Simpsons from Treehouse of Terror, where the Amityville horror house is under the Simpsons' thumb, and it's like untold cosmic powers just like kept under check because the kids are fucking with it, and it's just getting irritated. That's what happens. Like, they come up with a name for him against this little Psycho Goreman, which he thinks is stupid, but she thinks is awesome. And along the way, these Templars of space find out he's been released, and one of them, let me look here, Pandora the Templar, the head of, who thought they were too easy by letting him live, goes to Earth. She kidnaps a girl from Earth, squishes her in a Hellraiser cube and eats the bloody square so she can come to Earth disguised as her. And meanwhile, the family, the parents, let's see, Susan and Greg, they don't get along at all. He's kind of lazy, and she does all the work. He kind of like just spends money. And the kids tell, the parents, hey, we got this pet alien, and it's kind of a fucking monster. And they play games, and it, like, oh, you're gonna play this game, and then two cops come along, and Psycho Goreman turns one of them into like a soulless husk, and Mimi loves it because she can control him however she wants. And the whole movie is really about the relationship between these kids and Psycho Goreman, and it's just insane. Mimi doesn't give a fuck. She's all about getting her way, and Luke is just like, what the fuck is going on here? It's kind of like this weird, like, like Rick and Morty kind of thing, and it's just awesome. But it's just so insanely gory. The special effects are all practical, and they're just wow. I don't want to spoil it too much. The jokes are just so fucked up and funny. If you love like kind of absurdist humor, like Tim and Eric, or Rick and Morty, or just Eric Andre, this will be right up your alley. And the gore is just like off the walls. But yeah, it's basically the story about this alien who is held in thrall by the world's most fucked up kid, and learning the power of love and using it to destroy the universe. All I can say is, if you love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, My Pet Monster, Turbo Kid, and just deeply deranged horror movies, like Tammy and the T-Rex, this is right up your alley. I cannot stress this enough. Or Wolf Cop, any of that shit, right up your alley. It's so gross and funny. It's had me doing like belly laughs. So yeah, I wish I got to see it at Beyond Fest at the Mission Tiki Drive-In, but I'm glad I was able to see it so I could tell you guys if it's playing in a theater near you and you're feeling safe from COVID, go see it. If not, it's on VOD, Vudu, Amazon Prime, iTunes on Friday, January 22nd. It's awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. The suit effects are great. It's like if, Power Rangers was written by meth heads. I cannot come up with a funnier descriptor. Just so gory and funny, over the top, a tour de farce. I don't know, but great acting performances all around. The human drama stuff with the parents and their shitty marriage is great. And just all the aliens and like space drama is great. And I just think stuff that's very creative really tickles my fancy, and this is really creative, so you should check it out. Money well spent. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this, I'll have more on some other upcoming movies this week here on the channel. And you can always find us at cultfollowing.co. Subscribe to us here at youtube.com/c/cult classics. And if you care about the stuff I'm watching day to day, you can find me on Letterboxd at Victor Moreno, also on Twitter at Victor Moreno, and Twitter at Cult Classics AZ. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. More reviews to come. Check out cultfollowing.co for even more reviews. We'll be doing tons of reviews in the next couple weeks at Sundance. I look forward to filling up the channel with tons of Sundance reviews. So until then, guys, we'll check you at the movies. See ya.